People were saying what we were doing was just anything. That kind of offended us because we're like, no, it's not whatever. There's structure to what we're doing. You have to like have some hustle in there. Like this is based in hustle. But our foundation actually isn't traditional hustle. Our foundation is a twist on the hustle. And the reason why is because Jeff never used that basic footwork. And if he had, then he wouldn't have the musical variants that you see today. There's a reason why we have this musical freedom. It's not just we learned the hustle basics and then we just started feeling free and that's how it came out. Jeff learned some things from the elders and then packaged it together in his own way and worked on it very hard with Nicole every day. This took a long time to get. And then when he met me and I started figuring out how are we going to teach this to other people? How are we going to make this like truly a lead and follow dance? Because when you're adding so much musical variety and you're meeting someone new, not your partner, there has to be more techniques involved. So we had to develop this as we went along. When we started adding the slow, when we started deconstructing patterns, when we started adding more hops and jumps, we had to figure out how do we add all of this freestyle element without being so sloppy, without losing the form. When Nicole and Jeff danced and when Jeff and I danced, it was free, but it was very neat and clean at the same time. So that's why we started saying hustle is the foundation, because people just started to get crazy and sloppy with it and think that anything is new style hustle, and that wasn't the case. It's definitely based in hustle, it's just based on our twist. And then there's a question, can you please clarify what you mean by twist? In the beginning, when Jeff first started learning, for some reason, I don't know why, he never learned the classic footwork. Or maybe he did and he just didn't need it or didn't want to do it. He never did it as a part of his dance. And because of that, when he danced to house music with Nicole, it was all just based on his feeling. And so that's why they ended up dancing so much faster than the beat. And that's why a lot of old schoolers told him he was rushing. But from an outside perspective, from just regular people on the street, we're not counting. We don't know what the hustle is. We're just appreciating it for what it is. And so when we started teaching the freedom of musicality as part of the foundation of the dance. You do have to learn N1, 2, 3 first just to get the coordination down. But we always taught in our classes, the end of the class, now that you got the moves, now just feel it. And the lack of footwork freed up that restriction of the footwork. Because if you have the footwork, you're going to stay on that timing. You're going to keep that meter. Because even old school hustlers will lose their footwork after a while, but because they've been doing it so long, even if they don't do the footwork, they keep you on that timing, and 1, 2, 3. So because we never taught the leaders footwork in the first place, they always had more of that freedom. And so that's what opened up the doors for all of the variety that you see today musically. That was the twist. Also, we started doing it to other genres of music as well. That's definitely a departure from the classic styles of hustle. And it does take some getting used to. It takes a while to be able to relax and really be just following your partner, but also hearing the music and knowing when you can add your freestyle moments and when you can't. To me, this is an art form. This is precious. This is what came about after learning a twist on the hustle. The follower does the footwork, but the leader is always free. The follower has to understand that, you've got to be swift. You've got to relax. You've got to be really in the moment and really in tune with your partner and the music. There's all of this cool stuff that can come from that.